this forum tonight. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for everybody who aspires to partake in village government to present what they think they can do in the upcoming election, and for the villages, towns, and cities that they serve. Let me just tell you a little bit about myself. Our village president so astutely covered most of our village government. As you know, a village runs and represents all three forms of government. So what Don has said is exactly right on point, and I will not bore anybody with reiterating any of those particular points. First of all, my name is John P. Marra. I've been in the Williams Bay area now for over 28 years. Prior to that, I grew up in a small town in southwestern Wisconsin and lived in a city, on a farm, and I was also a farm boy, as Mr. Polyak said, so it kind of gave me some of the morals and principles that I live by today. I then became a police officer, moved back to the city of Chicago, or was in the city of Chicago, spent better part of 20 years there, rose to the ranks as Deputy Superintendent of Police for the City of Berwyn Police Department. That was a municipality that harbored 66,000 people. Then, back in 1995, being familiar with this area and always wanted to return to Wisconsin, I came back to Wisconsin, never to leave again. As I said, a longtime resident, been here for 28 years. All of my life, 37 years, I've been a public servant. I was a former village trustee in the village of Williams Bay, was elected the first time with our current president, Don Wyrick. I was appointed to be the Park and Lakefront Chairman. I served in that capacity for the 2 years that I was on. I'm involved in numerous community-oriented organizations. I'm a licensed WIA Wisconsin sports official. I do varsity high school and baseball, so I do a lot of running around, and I enjoy it. It keeps me in shape. I am also the past president of the Walworth County Chiefs of Police Association. Following my leaving the board, I was hired as the chief of police for the village of Genoa City, where I also was involved, and I spent 6.5 years as chief, retired in 2005. I was involved with recodification of the ordinances there, so I'm very familiar with how village ordinances work. Our current president then appointed me as the chairman of the Extraterritorial Zoning Board of Appeals for the village of Williams Bay. I finished that 3-year term last year. And I'm also involved heavily in our church and our community organizations. I feel I can bring a new vision to the village of Williams Bay. I think it's time for a change. I think that the cooperation that we should be harboring with our neighboring communities is going to be very, very important as we approach the new budgetary crisis that we're all going to be facing. And I think it's very, very important that we, as village presidents, village trustees, think about what Don alluded to and tackle some responsible budgeting in our communities. We're going to have to face this. In the near future, the projection for the cuts to villages, cities, and other municipalities is in the area of $200 million. That's a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to affect a lot of principal jobs. It's going to affect how village government works and how it doesn't work. So I think it's time that we get together as a community, as a group of communities, and look at how we can help each other and how we can move forward in a combined effort to make our villages and cities and towns the best that they can be. With that, I will close, and I will take any questions that anybody may have. Again, I thank you very much for your attendance this evening, and I hope to have your support on April 5th.